YouTube, Kurt Curtis. I'm a part-time reseller. So I feel like this whole month, every other video I've been doing has been sales are awesome. It's the end of the world. Sales have tanked. Next week, sales are awesome. Sales have tanked. Last week I just posted how sales were terrible, and now this week I got a bunch of sales. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't jump to conclusions so quick. But yeah, I had a pretty decent week. Part of it was that I auctioned off a lot of wrestling cards, which you guys will see in a little bit. But even if I didn't have those in the equation, I was still pretty pleased with how the week went. So in this video, I'm going to show you everything that sold on eBay this week. I'm also going to show you what I sourced, and then we'll talk about some other stuff. Let's get right to it. All right, before I get started, a couple quick things. I have free shipping on all my items, so I don't have to repeat that. You guys can just know that. Also, I only give a brief description of the item. If you want to see the details of the item, look at the picture on the screen. For example, I might say I sold a book. If you want to see what book it is and all the details, check out the picture on the screen. If you need to pause, you can. Third, if any kind of offer was involved, the price that I say is not going to match up with the price on the screen. The price that I say is going to be lower, and that was the offer that was taken. So ignore the price on the screen, and the price that I say is what the item actually sold for. Let's go through this. First up, sold this Dr. Mario NES game, original Nintendo game, sold for $9.83. Next up, I sold this Full Moon Blu-ray. This was sealed, sold for $18.89. I actually have multiple copies of that one. Sold this Candle Shoe DVD, sold for $12.14. Sold a book, sold for $12.99. Sold a health and beauty item. This is one of those good ones I have a bunch of. This one sold for $69.99. I sold 2 New York Giants patches. I had a multi-quantity listing on these, and I had, if the person bought more, they got a pretty good discount. So the person's total for the 2 patches was $15.03, and that actually clears out those patches. I'm actually done with those. I was quite surprised. Like, they weren't super fast sellers, but they did sell off, and I was quite surprised because there wasn't really much info I could put on it aside from like vintage New York Giants patch, you know, and the dimensions and all that. Happy to see those go. All right, now we're going to start off with these wrestling cards. I did auctions on all these. I started the auctions at $9.99. I didn't want to get I just didn't want to take a chance starting them off at 99 cents. I did have a couple of the cards not even get a $9.99 bid. I ended up selling those cards on Whatnot though. But yeah, let's go through this. First up, sold a Matt Jackson relic, ended up selling for $14.05. Sting out of 99, ended up selling for $10.50. I had one person pick up 3 autograph cards, so they bid on all 3 auctions and won all 3. The Trent auto sold for $15.50. The Cash Wheeler auto sold for $20.51, and the Dustin auto sold for $16.50. So that person's total was $52.51 for the 3 cards. Sold a Joey Janela out of 50, sold for $9.99. Sold the Blade Relic Auto out of 10, that sold for $33. Sold a Ray Phoenix Relic, ended up selling for $21.50. And then the best card of the bunch, the Kenny Omega Auto, ended up selling for $139.50. Actually, there's a couple more. So these couple more were the ones that didn't get paid for right away, but they did get paid for. Sold the Powerhouse Hobbs Relic for $9.99, and the Serena Deeb Relic ended up selling for $15.50. Sold another health and beauty item for $17.99. Sold a CD, took an offer of $12 on this. You might think that I accepted a way low offer if you see what I originally had it priced for on the screen. However, this CD I've sold a couple already, I think for the $20, $30 range. And I literally have more than, I have like 21 or 22 more of these exact CDs. I only post one at a time. I don't put a multi-quantity listing because this CD is rare. Doesn't mean it's valuable, but it is rare. So I don't want to show people that I have 20 copies of this. So I only put up one at a time. This is the 3rd one I've sold. This specific one has been listed for over a year with no interest at all. So I took the $12 offer. I don't care. I have 22 more of these, and I've already sold the other 2. So that's why that happened. I pretty much just priced it high, and honestly, I'm taking any offer that's more than 10 bucks on the CD. I have so many of them, so it's all good. That CD was from a specific warehouse haul, which was just insane too. If you guys see all the stuff that I actually got in that, you'll understand. I'm like so far in the profit. I'm actually going to go back. If you want a throwback video, an old Kurt Curtis video, I'm going to post the link to this warehouse haul video in the description because I always reference this sale a lot. And you'll see all the stuff I got for 200 bucks. It was absolutely ridiculous. So if you want to check that out after this video, I'll post it down below. Sold another health and beauty item for $20.99. Sold another health and beauty item for $12.99. Sold this Thor Funko Pop for $19.99. Sold this Hannibal Lecter Funko Mystery Mini for $14.99. Sold a health and beauty item for $28.99. Sold a Hot Wheels car for $14.99. Sold these Game of Thrones socks for $5.59. They were on super sale. Seriously, these are one of the first things I ever listed on eBay to like try to make a profit. I was doing like Walmart arbitrage type thing. Just no one wanted these socks. It was a fail, but I only had one, so I'm just glad to get rid of these. I probably barely made $1, but it's all good. This is good health and beauty items. This one sold for $89.99, so solid sale there. That one been listed for a little bit, but not long enough to be on sale, so I kind of forgot about it, and I saw a $90 sale rolling, and I was kind of confused on what it was. Another health and beauty item for $9.99, another health and beauty item for $14.99, another health and beauty item for $17.99. Sold this Mega 64 DVD. I took an offer of $45 for this one. So I had 5 of these originally. I think I sold one last week or the week before. And yeah, this is a BOLO and a half, these DVDs. Like I mentioned, you're probably not going to find them. If you ever see Mega 64 DVDs, pick them up. But the ones that I have were in like pristine condition. The case, the disc, they basically looked brand new. So like, you know, that's going to determine some value too. If yours is like, has some wear and stuff, you might not be able to get as much, but I paid $1 for those, for each of those. And you'll see more of that coming up. Sold another health and beauty item for $24.99. Sold a health and beauty item for $19.99. Got a 2-pager here. It's probably been a month or so, a couple months before I had a 2-pager. Sold another one of those Mega 64 DVDs. Took an offer of $40 on this one from a different buyer as well. It wasn't the same person. I had 3 of these DVDs sell within like a 2-day period, and they were all from different buyers. Sold another health and beauty item for $24.99. I sold a book for $24.99. And I also sold another Mega 64 DVD. I took a $50 offer on that one. All 3 of those DVDs, 3 different buyers, all within a short time frame. It was kind of weird. I also sold $21.52 in cards that sold for less than $5. I didn't do much sourcing this week. However, I do have a nice little haul here. First up, I actually found some GameCube games in the wild. I haven't seen these in the wild for a very long time. They're pretty hard to find. This Nemo one is nothing crazy, probably like a $10 game. However, this Lord of the Rings game and also this Fairly Odd Parents game should be pretty good. And I also found an original Xbox game. This one should be decent too. Now with GameCube games, I have tried to get them resurfaced before, and it is a little bit risky. The place I go to get my discs resurfaced warned me, let me know that if the game works, even though it's a little scratched, you're better off not resurfacing it. I have gotten games resurfaced and it did work out. But in this case, I'm probably just going to test the games, and if they do work, I'm just going to sell them as is. Otherwise, I usually would have resurfaced them. But GameCube games, since the disc is so small, it's a little more risky to resurface them. However, this one definitely needs to be resurfaced, so that probably won't get listed for a while. Hopefully, I'll test those soon and have those listed relatively soon. Those were $1.50 a piece, not too bad. Next up, I picked up these 2 James Bond collection box sets of DVDs. All these discs look brand new. Looks like no one even used these. I didn't even look these up, or I tried to look them up, but there's no barcode. If you just type in James Bond collection DVD, like a bunch of stuff comes up. So I'm gonna have to do some more research on these. But these were only $2.50 each, so I just bought them. We'll see how much those are worth though. Also picked up some T-shirts. This Jake the Snake Roberts wrestling shirt. Paid up a little bit for this one. It was $5. This is an XL. It is a cool looking shirt though. Basically, if I find a wrestling shirt and it's like $5 or less, I just pick it up. There's nothing on the back. I also found 2 Gavin Dance tank tops. This is a band. Both of these are XL, and they're both the same exact tank top. Those were only $3 a piece. So I can tell that people are like starting to buy stuff right about now. It's usually at like, seems like the first week of December, first or second week of December. It's like people are like, well, if I don't order my stuff online right now, I'm not going to get it in time for Christmas. Because I even did that. I started doing my Christmas shopping online the same time as a bunch of sales started rolling in. It is Monday, so I actually did my shipping for today already. And you guys don't see that part in this video because that's part of next week's video. And I shipped out a bunch of stuff on this Monday. It seemed like right when I started buying a bunch of stuff online, like sales started coming in, like everyone was shopping at the same time. So if you got stuff, especially like brand new sealed stuff that you haven't listed, you might want to get that up ASAP and catch this last wave of Christmas sales that's coming in. But other than that, I don't really have much else to talk about. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stack dividends, sweep floors. Until next time.
sell it all, just let it go. If it's up for sale, I'll buy your soul. I'll resell almost anything, let me buy your wedding ring. I've been sailing since early dawn, you ain't gonna see me mowing lawn. We out here collecting Pokemon, Charizards and Flareon. It's about that time of year, garage sales are starting to appear. It's not a job, it's a career. Early morning, we out here stacking and sweeping, while you're also sleeping. Garage sales and dividends, stacking, I'm living it.
Get the broom.
The whole place is dark.